What up, fish people? Kenny E with Daniken Aquatics. Well, guys, as promised, I'm going to start doing a fish room tours. And this evening, I'm going to start you off with Danny's office. And we'll get into each tank more. But nowadays, this here green room, as it used to be called, is now Danny's office. And we have a few. She's getting ready to do another crab attack there. And as you guys can see, it just was Danny's birthday. We won't show you Danny's desk because she is a monster. She has lots of stuff going on there. But we will start with this tank here. So in this tank, this is a 75-gallon. We got a few plants and whatnot in here. But this is where I keep my two blue diamond discus. They're mad at me right now because they just fed and their tank mates have been up in them. But we've raised these since they were about an inch long. These are our 14 Altum Angels. They were F1s. My good friend John was nice enough to give us a few of these. And as you can see, they're absolutely stunners. These will be going into their eventual home. If I can ever get Danny to finish what she has started, they will be going into a 300-gallon. And they are going to be amazing. But we absolutely love these guys. And other tank inhabitants in here, as you can see, there's one rather large yo-yo loach. There he is. He's kind of our tank maintainer, and he got rid of... Doesn't seem to eat these Malaysian trumpet snails much, but he does eat up quite a bit. And then there's about a half a dozen stir-by Cory in here as well. And they only come out at night when the lights are off, but absolutely stunning. The main attraction in here are the blue diamond discus and these guys. Eventually they'll end up in the 300, and the blue diamonds... I think Danny and I are going to probably try to concentrate, get everybody out of here, because they have bred in this tank several times, and I think we're going to concentrate on getting them breeding. We've got it soft enough. We've let all this hair algae and stuff build up in here on purpose, and it has dropped everything down quite a bit now. And we'll probably start a little breeding project and get those guys finally to breed. And then right above it, this is one of Danny's little crab habitats. Let's see if I can find one of the little guys. I can never see them. They're so good at hiding. It doesn't help. We don't have any light on these ones. See if I can borrow this light here for a moment. Well, that light's heavier than I thought. Let's see here. Where are those little guys? There's one. As you can see, cute little crabs. There he is. These are a vampire crab. We got these out of Aquatic Arts. They came for our event Fishtoberfest here in Portland, and they were able to get us these cool guys. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, Mama let her out. Good. So these are... And I can't remember if these are the vampires or the pumpkins. These aren't the pumpkins. Pumpkins are downstairs. So these are either a rainbow or another type. But they are super cool. Right now she just has them in a little rimless tank. Then on this side, she has another one. And these ones, I don't know if you guys can see, these are the Halloween crabs. And the reason they call them, they look like little black and orange crabs. And Danny and I have been pretty enthralled by these guys. We are going to probably try to get every kind there are. Super easy to care for. You just got to make sure you keep them somewhat warm. And they got to have moisture. Danny's been doing a good job. I don't know if you all see this, but she's put some of this Just puts a damp one of those in there and keeps it pretty well moist through here, and then she really wets down this moss and whatnot, so they've got a nice little moist area at all times. But a pretty fun little pet if you guys haven't kept them. They're a vampire crab, they're called. The only people I see that sell them is Aquatic Arts, and they are always have them in stock, it seems like. So this one, it's kind of a jack of all trades tank. This is a 55-gallon. And in here, as you can see, we keep ruby barbs. And there is a colony. You can never see them because there's so much junk, but I'll try to find some. But the main attraction in here is we've got 5 of the zebra cara. These 2 are starting to pair off now. So Danny and I might actually try to put them in their own tank and see if we can get them to breed. But these are a phenomenal fish. We also got these from John. John is an amazing breeder, and he breeds rare, hard to find stuff. If you were at Fishtoberfest, you could have cashed in on Ultim Angels and these. And they are amazing. One of the coolest little cichlids I've kept. Cool little personalities. They are mean to each other. So if you're going to keep them, I would recommend a bigger tank. Minimum 55. You know, I probably would say even a 75 would probably do better. Gives you that little bit of extra depth. But a very rewarding fish. As you can see, when they do finally get to their adult size and get into their colors, they are amazing fish. Just phenomenal. Super cool. And like I said, Danny has been also using this. We've got a colony of our longfin albino bristlenose in here that we do get quite a few brew out of. They do breed quite often in here. Unfortunately, though, we've got to be very vigilant on when we see them in the cave. The minute we see those babies, we have to yank them quick because these cara will eat them. But the other thing she's been growing in here is this moss. And as you can see, it's doing very well. I don't know what it is about this tank, but this stuff grows like weeds in here. So be looking for some of this coming available at Daniken soon if you guys like moss. There's one of my bigger albinos right there. I want to say there's probably a dozen of them in here, but it's so heavily vegetated and mossed over that very rarely get to see them. And guys, I'll try to get this fish room tour done throughout the month of December here. Don't know how fastly I'll get it done because time is not on my side at the moment, but haven't done a video for you guys in quite some time, so I figured I better start getting the fish room tour again. A lot of people have asked me what changes have been made to our house, so I will slowly work my way through the fish house and get you guys updated tours. We do have quite a few new occupants here now. And if you haven't liked or subscribed to our channel, take the time to do so. We always live stream every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I do a lot of videos on fish, and our live streams have turned into just a hangout where people can just come for a good time. Danny and I, talk about a little bit of everything. And we will field fish questions if you want answers. We do tend to talk about fish too. But yeah, these zebra cara, I absolutely could sit here all day looking at them. And then finally, the last tank in here. This is another hosh-posh tank full of a little bit of everything. This is a 55-gallon as well. I have these on a 55-gallon cast iron stand where it holds 2 of them. So, as you can see, heavily planted, lots of different types. So what we have down here are our regular albino bristlenose, and we do get quite a few brews out of here too, fry. And then we have the little cute little rice fish. And these have done quite well. Danny and I historically have not had luck with them, but in this tank they've been doing outstanding. So I don't know what exactly caused it, but it's awesome that they are. Then this is a pisto. This is called a D6. And these are really cool. There's a male. Super rare. I doubt there's many people in America that have these. These guys are getting older on us now. We might have missed our opportunity to breed them. I keep telling John I think we should send a couple of these over to him and have him rebreed them. I haven't had much luck at breeding many of the epistos. We do have a little harder water here. Danny and I aren't into the RO stuff yet. Probably never will be, because I'm still lean more towards the hobbyist more so than the breeder. We just like coming and just chilling out in front of a tank and vegetating and having a good time. So these little guys are Melida Tichos. They're a very cool tetra. When they're in their breeding colors, they'll flare up all kinds of cool colors. Danny hasn't attempted to breed these yet, but we plan to. We're going to be revamping the whole Daniken house again. We've got a lot of different ideas we want to start doing. Eventually, we think our comfort level would be down to about 50 tanks, but none of them being smaller than a 75. We want to really start getting into showcasing our tanks more the way I intended when we started Daniken Aquatics. As I just wanted some phenomenal, cool tanks everywhere. And that's kind of the direction I want to get back to. We've got a lot of breeding projects, a lot of different stuff going on. I'm just, you get where we're at. I mean, I think we're close to 80 now. But a lot of them are, that 10 to 20 gallon range tank. Gets to be a little much because you got to sit there the whole time when you're doing the water changes and whatnot. I like a tank where I can start draining it and move on to the next project, because I'll usually do the glass and, clean filters and all that when I'm doing the change as well. So it just would be easier. So go moving right along. Of course, you all know Kenny's ADD. But as you can see, we got some gorgeous Congo tetras in here. And then some beautiful swordfish. Danny's raised these swords since they were probably, I'd say, a ½ inch long. So she really loves the swordfish. But this is just a cool, chill, a little bit of everything in a tank. Here's some more of the rice fish. I love these little guys. They're so pretty. So anyway, guys, something to look out for on our live stream sometime in January or February. I haven't figured out which yet, but if you didn't get to go to Fishtoberfest last year, you're going to have the opportunity on one of our live streams in January or February. We are going to be giving away airfare and hotel accommodations for some lucky winner to come to Fishtoberfest next year. So be looking for that. I think Daniken will be one of the sponsors this year, so we figured what better way to sponsor than get somebody that may not have been able to go to Fishtoberfest there. So that's going to be our big giveaway in January or February. Anyway, guys, as always, love your fish. And I had him in the screen. That's the only guy that I didn't really talk about. But there is one lone beta in here. And his name is Trouble. He's always just creating havoc in here. But And he's very, very active for a beta. I mean, he does not sit still for a minute. He's always cruising and rolling. But he's real pretty. He's a real dark blue. I did show him earlier when we first got on this tank. He was in the focus there. But that guy's name's Trouble. And believe me, he lives up to his name. So as always, guys, love your fish. Like I said, be looking for the next video here soon. I'll try to get it out here in the next few days. There he is. There's good old Trouble. Anyway, guys, y'all have a good night. Be looking for another one to drop soon.